This is the one book that taught me how to be more focused, how to have better days, and make more progress than the average person. And it's not even a self-help book. It's called Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. It's an amazing read. I think everyone should read it. In this video, I want to share with you the 7 conditions for entering into flow state that Mihaly talks about in his book. You might know him as the father of positive psychology. He's done some incredible work. This book is groundbreaking. And if you can do these 7 things, then you can enter into what he calls flow state, which is a state of intense focus, deep immersion, and complete satisfaction. I call it being in the zone, or being in the flow. And we all get into it from time to time. Like when you're playing your favorite video game, or watching your favorite movie, you might get completely lost in it. You forget about everything else going on around you. Time flies by. You're just fully immersed and focused on what's happening on the screen. That's what we're talking about here. If you can learn to get yourself into a flow state on command, then it will transform your life. Because that's really where the magic happens, where you make the most progress and the most breakthroughs. So, let's jump straight into the 7 steps. Step number 1, clear goals. You need to have a very clear idea of what you want to achieve. When you don't have any goals, or you have unclear goals, you get distracted, you waste time, and you don't make much progress. But when you set clear goals, you have a target to aim at. You know what you need to do to get there, and you stay focused on what's important. This is why having a daily routine can be so helpful, because you already know what you need to do every day. So you can just focus on doing those things well, rather than wasting time trying to figure out what you should be doing. Step number 2, clear and direct feedback. You need to be able to measure your progress and see how well you're doing. Without feedback, you don't know whether you're on track or not, and you're likely to make mistakes. Feedback can come in many forms. It could be numbers on a screen, like in a video game, where you can see your health, your ammo, and your score. Or it could be qualitative feedback from other people, like when they praise you for your work or tell you that you did a good job. Whatever form it takes, feedback is essential for staying on track and achieving your goals. This is why I love using apps like TickTick, which give me a clear visual representation of my progress on tasks and projects. Being able to see my progress keeps me motivated and helps me stay focused. Step 3, balance between challenge and skills. Now, the key to getting into a flow state is to find the right balance between challenge and skills. If the task is too easy, you'll get bored and distracted. But if the task is too difficult, you'll become frustrated and again get distracted. You want to be on the edge of your abilities, but not overwhelmed. When you find this balance, you'll enter a state of intense focus and complete immersion. This is why having a challenging but achievable daily routine can be so helpful. Your skills are constantly improving, but there's always something new to learn and explore. It's a never-ending journey of growth and self-improvement. Number 4, autotelic experience. Okay, this one might sound a bit complicated, but it basically means that the task is interesting and engaging in itself. You don't need any external motivation to do it. The task is its own reward. This is why I love what I do. Helping people learn and grow never gets old for me. It's incredibly satisfying to see people make progress and achieve their goals. And I don't need any external motivation to keep me going, because the work itself is so rewarding when you find something that you're passionate about and that makes a difference in the world. it becomes its own reward. And that's what makes it so fulfilling. Number 5. No distractions. Distractions are the enemy of focus. They break your concentration and pull you away from the task at hand. We're constantly bombarded with distractions in our everyday lives. There are notifications to check, emails to answer, and messages to reply to. It can be tough to stay focused, but it's possible with practice. One way to minimize distractions is to set aside specific times of the day to check your notifications and emails. That way, you're not constantly being pulled away from your work. Another way is to use website blockers and apps that can help you stay focused. These tools can block distracting websites and apps so you can stay on task. By minimizing distractions, you create an environment where you can focus and be productive. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish when you eliminate distractions. Number 6. Loss of self-consciousness. When you're in a flow state, you're fully immersed in the task at hand. You're not thinking about what other people think of you or whether you're making mistakes. You're just focused on the work, and that's it. This can be a difficult thing to achieve, especially if you're naturally self-conscious or if you've been criticized a lot in the past. But it's possible. With practice, one way to lose self-consciousness is to focus on the task at hand rather than on yourself. When you're focused on the work, you're less likely to worry about what you're doing or whether you're doing it correctly. Another way to lose self-consciousness is to remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes. It's part of the human condition. Don't let that stop you from taking risks and pushing yourself. When you make mistakes, learn from them and move on. By letting go of self-consciousness, you free yourself to be more creative and more productive. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish when you're not holding yourself back. Number 7. Control over the situation. You need to have a sense of control over the task at hand. This doesn't mean that you have to be in complete control of everything. In fact, that's impossible. What it does mean is that you need to feel like you have the skills and knowledge to complete the task. When you feel like you're in control, you're more likely to be focused and motivated. When you feel like you're out of control, you're more likely to become anxious or stressed. One way to increase your sense of control is to break down tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. This will give you a sense of progress and accomplishment as you check off each chunk. Another way to increase your sense of control is to remind yourself of your previous successes. When you focus on your strengths and past accomplishments, you'll feel more confident in your ability to succeed. By increasing your sense of control, you create an environment where you can thrive and achieve your goals. So there you have it, the 7 conditions for entering into a flow state on command. If you can master these conditions, you'll be able to enter into a flow state whenever you want, which will lead to increased productivity, creativity, and satisfaction in your life. Before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you back for the next video. And if you have any feedback or comments, please drop them below. I always appreciate hearing from you guys, and I try to respond to as many comments as I can. Alright, until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.